Hello YouTube, this is Mr. Sasuke Dragon, and welcome to another Mayhem Monday. This week we're going to be talking about the priority ruling. Most of us already know what priority means, but for you out there who doesn't, here's an example for you. If you're playing someone's Judgment Dragon, and you go bottomless, you used to go call priority on its effect. Now, it doesn't. Same with Brio. If you summon Brionic and your opponent goes bottomless, you can't go call priority. Or for another example, Rescue Rabbit. If you summon Rescue Rabbit and your opponent went Torrential, Fiendish Chain, Chain Disappearance, they could go call priority by banishing that card due to it as it's being a cost. However, now the priority ruling has now gone, none of these cards can do that, which now makes the game more fair. So, what now happens to the game? Well, the game goes in a brand new direction. Round here, the WCQ is coming, which makes more interesting decks come into light. We will see Insectors topping, a few wind-up decks, and of course, a lot of other interesting ideas. But, does that mean decks like Dino Rabbit are dead? Well, that's very hard to say, because the fact of this gives a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! Players out there the opportunity to expand their knowledge and try new and creative ideas. It'd be interesting to see exactly what they do, because Dino Rabbit is basically a deck that evolves around Rescue Rabbit, Sabersaurs, or Sabersaurus, and Cabasaurs. That is 1/4 of the deck, so depending on what they do with the other 3/4 of the deck, they could make a brand new powerful deck, and Dino Rabbit will not be extinct. Everyone's complaining Rescue Rabbit is now stupid and it's gone down in price. But I think there's going to be something interesting that does happen. A lot of cards have now gone up and down in price, especially one card, Effectveiler, or Effectveiler, for people who don't know what I'm talking about. This card really now has skyrocketed in price. The rare has now gone up to £6 to £7, the super's now gone 10 to 15, the ultra's now 20 to 25, and if you can find an ultimate, £35. So, there is a lot of Effectveilers out there, and Effectveiler is one good card to use. So what other cards can you use out there? Well, a lot of people are going to be siding in things like Fiendish Chain and Chain Disappearance, especially to get rid of the tour guides and of course Rescue Rabbit itself. But let's not forget, if you've banished all those Rescue Rabbits, it's not really going to be hard for your opponent to find a way of getting it back. You can't bottomless and warning and torrential everything. So you're going to have to find a way. Most decks nowadays will probably be running the trap lineup of double torrential, double warning, double bottomless, double fiendish chain or double dimensional prison, and possibly double compulse or triple compulse, depending on what kind of deck you're running and if it suits your type of style. But this will be the standard kind of lineup you'll see in a trap lineup. Which now brings me on to the next topic. What kind of new ideas will be coming out? Why did Konami decide now to stop the priority ruling? Well, I suppose heretics, or heretics, however you pronounce it, those cards would really be helped if the priority ruling was still here. So that's one good thing as well. And of course, Tour Guide is being reprinted. A lot of people have overlooked this just because the priority ruling was gone. Now it gives everyone a chance to get rid of Tour Guide. When Tour Guide comes on Epic Pack Dawn, everyone's going to be wanting to run Fiendish Chain, Chain Disappearance. All these cards just to banish or destroy that Tour Guide. So Tour Guide is going to be another hot card that will try to get demolished. So priorities here, priorities gone. Now it's all new. The game is now going to evolve into something more interesting, and hopefully it's not going to be as stale as it used to be. The game was stale before the priority ruling because you used to summon a monster, you used to bottomless it, and they used to go call priority. Personally, one thing that used to annoy me, I used to go against a Lightsworn player. He stalled and stalled and stalled and then sent out Judgment Dragon. I go, bottomless. He goes, oh, okay, fine, I call priority. Wipes off my whole field and then proceeds to game me next turn. And I think, hold on a second, if the monster's left the field, how can it activate an effect? And a lot of people felt the same way, because what's the point? You know, you've got so far in a duel, you're about to win, and then some stupid rule like priority gets in the way, and you think, that makes the game very, very unfair. The Japanese got rid of priority ruling, but no, us in Europe and in America, we still had this crappy ruling that balls up the game. It gave a lot of other people the chance to win by technically cheating. The priority ruling was a cheating way of winning. And that's what I really used to hate, because you used to summon certain cards, it's like, oh dear. Even things like Caius. You know, Caius and all, you used to banish Caius. Oh yeah, I call priority. What's the point? It really was irritating. Now priority ruling is gone, it's going to be interesting to see, because this puts a whole new spin on what's going to be happening. And as I said before, the WCQ is coming up here in less than 3 weeks' time, which means all the type of ideas we've stuck in our decks are now going to have to be severely changed due to the fact of the priority ruling. Now, it won't cripple some of the decks that I may be taking to the WCQ, but it has hindered a few of the plays that I have produced in the deck, so I'm going to have to really rethink and decide what to do next. But this priority ruling is now gone, and we may see a new type of game. Will we? Or won't we? On one hand, the game can be absolutely brilliant, and now it's absolutely fair. On the other hand, you've got the other players complaining that priority ruling should stay, blah 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 blah. So what's your argument? Do you think it should stay, or do you think it should go? Please write your comments below. So until the next time, this is Mr. Sasuke Dragon, signing out on Mayhem Monday.